All right. Welcome back to the Fantasy Football School. Today's class, we're going to talk about the top 10 Dynasty trades that happened today. And let's go. All right, let's go. So, mostly play SuperFlex. We're going to do SuperFlex. Mostly play PPR. Any premium is cool. Team count. I don't play anything less than 12 teams. Starter count, anything more than 9, at least 10. Start 10 for sure. And let's go. All right, so I'll talk about some trades that went down today, see how they are, if they're good deals. If not, this is a pretty good deal right here. Zamir White, 12 team, 2 quarterbacks, start 10, full PPR. Zamir White for the 202. Essentially, this is what Keon Coleman, Michael Penix area. So Michael Penix, Keon Coleman for Zamir White. Pretty even deal, but we're just talking about some great trades, so that's not gonna be it. So moving on. Wow, that's garbage. Round of second for David Montgomery. I like this. If you're a contender, definitely Monty's gonna be, a staple RB2. He's not gonna give you, top 10 numbers, but he's definitely gonna get 1 or 2 touchdown a game, probably 60-70 yards. But they're talking about Gibbs getting more touches, but until we see it, I don't believe it. And then round 1 for Diggs, that's about where I see Diggs. Give up a second and a third to get a first. Kamara for the 203, so 12 team super flex. That's about the area that would pay Kamara. Oh, this one is pretty good. So if you can get Matthew Stafford for a random second 2025 and you need a starting quarterback, I would definitely do this trade right here. Algier for 3 and 4th. Mostert for 3rd is kind of a steal, but if you're a Jalen Wright believer like I am, actually I'd pay this if I have Jalen Wright. So Jalen Hyde for Jaleel McLaughlin. Damn, that's terrible. That's just bad versus bad. But anyways, we keep moving on here. 302 for Jacoby Myers. Actually pretty good, because Jacoby is borderline wide receiver 2, and although he didn't get an upgrade at quarterback, like I guess he kind of got an upgrade, but it's not really a big upgrade where it's gonna catapult him to high-end wide receiver 2. But the 302 for a starting wide receiver is a steal right here. That's probably one of the better trades, number 1 for sure. Jerome Ford for a 4th rounder, that's insane. Jerome Ford is starting running back right now until Chubb is deemed healthy. And even if Chubb is healthy, Ford's definitely gonna get some touches. So I think his price right now is the 3rd because he is young. That's a steal right here. If you're a contender, definitely, or if you have what's his name, Chubb, that's definitely a steal right there. Zay Flowers for 2025 round 1, 12 team, that's about the same. Zach Moss for round 2, then that's a steal. I would start 11. I'd take Zach Moss here. James Conner and start 10 though, so that's about where he's gonna be. It's not a steal, it's not an overpay either. He's the starting running back this coming season unless he gets hurt, which he's been hurt, but it's arguably like 1 or 2 games the last couple seasons, so it's not like breaking the bank. Trevor Lawrence for 2 firsts, that's not bad. Zach Ertz I would trade Zach Ertz for this, especially in 12 team superflex. 0.5 tight end premium. I don't think he's gonna last the whole season. If you can get any value, especially a 3rd, I would take it, because I don't even know if he's startable. Like, he is technically the tight end 1, but they did draft Ben Sennett, so any value you can get for like a 34-year-old tight end that's always hurt, I'd take it. That's a steal. This is steal for Mooney, but then again, it's only start 10, so not really. You need a starter. Mooney is a good flex play for sure. Wow, these are Not a lot of steals here. Nick Chubb for 203. I would take 203. Honestly, if you could sell Nick Chubb for 203, especially 12 team Superflex, 203 essentially Trey Benson, Michael Penix, Keon Coleman, Xavier Legette area. I take 203. And although they said he's healthy, or he might be healthy, I'm not sure if he's ready for like the first half of the season. Then Dontavion Wicks for Keaton. I take Wicks. I love Wicks. He was one of my sleepers last year, and he kind of came off like a wrecking ball in the second half of the season. Fortunately, that young wide receiver room they're all good. It's just nobody is great. He can be the great one. Jaden Reed can be the great one. Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs. We don't know. That's the problem with that wide receiver room. We don't know. Wow, this is a pretty good haul for Amon-Ra. 108, that's what? Bowers, JJ McCarthy, or Rome Odunze, JSN. Actually, it's terrible. I need another first for Amon-Ra for sure. Amon-Ra is it's a round 1-2 turn startup pick. So yeah, Nick Chubb for round 2. Like, I think that's what's going on here. Nick Chubb for round 2. Fair, I get it. If you need I would be throwing 4th rounder for Sam Howell all day, especially because Geno Smith is good, but he's replaceable. And Sam Howell kind of fell off last year, but they didn't draft a quarterback. They kind of spent a lot on him. I think they spent a 4th or a 3rd, depending on how that trade value is, because I think they went up, or they traded back a couple rounds or something. Wow, that's a steal for Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield starting, what's it called? Superflex, 205 and 409. 205 is essentially that tail end of that second round receivers. What is that? 80 Mitchell, Ben Sinnott, maybe Trey Benson, maybe Xavier Legette, Jalen Polk for Baker Mayfield. That's a steal for Baker Mayfield, honestly. I personally traded Baker Mayfield for a 25 first and like a early 3rd, and the rights to draft, I think, Jonathan Brooks in one of my 14 team Superflex. So steal for Baker. If I was looking for a QB2, QB3, I'd be throwing 205 and worse for Baker if this is his price. I kind of like this for Michael Penix if you need, a stash quarterback. I do like Kendra this year. I think he's gonna break out. Kyron for Tank Dell. Damn, what happened to Kyron? That quorum's kind of, actually no, there's pretty even. But then they both took a hit with Stephon Diggs coming to Houston, and then with Corum getting drafted in the 3rd round. Zeke for 304. That's about the price I'd pay right now for Zeke. If you need like a 4th running back, or maybe a 3rd if you're scared to take a running back early. What? 104 for Kenneth Walker? Wow, that's a steal. I will trade Kenneth Walker for the 104, 204, and Jerry Jeudy all day. This is probably the biggest steal I've seen today here. This 104 is either Malik Neighbors, Jaden Daniels, or Drake May. And then you get 204, which is Trey Benson, Michael Penix, Jerry Jeudy, and a 2 quarterback start 10 full PPR 1 tight end premium. Like, I think Kenneth Walker's worth 109, maybe 108, if you love him that much. The end of that 2nd tier. But bro, this is a steal. I'd trade Kenneth Walker for this all day.